it's your girl Jackie Aina. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I really wanted to do a Christmas makeup tutorial without like a red lip or even like glitter or even like silver or even like gold. So I was just like, I've been kind of digging the Queen of Hearts palette though. We'll just call this the not so typical Christmas look. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's jump right in. I'm gonna be starting off with these eye patches from Tarte. They're just great to moisturize the skin, the under eye. And then it's winter, you know what time it is. Things tend to be a little bit drier this season. So I'm gonna be using my Energy Day moisturizer just because I like the way it hydrates my skin without making it feel too heavy. So that's what I started off with. And I did prime, but I did it off camera. But guys, these translucent powders from Cover FX are the real deal. I like doing this before I start my foundation just to give the skin a nice matte feel. I don't know, it just makes my skin, it sucks up all the oil, you know what I mean? For foundation, I'm using my Sheer Glow. Do not let the title of this foundation fool you. It is not glowy as much as you might think it is. I think it's just the perfect foundation for oily like combination. It just gives you the best of both worlds. It's not super matte, it's not glowy dewy at all. It's got the perfect amount of coverage. Then because I'm gonna be doing my eyes next, I'm priming and setting the primer with a translucent powder. And then I filled in my brows, but I kind of skipped through this because this step doesn't really change and everyone's brows are different. Anyway, as for the star of the show, the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette really does have my heart. It is such a good palette. Look at the quality of the shadows. First of all, let's start with a crease color. I have not put it down since I first got it. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So what I'm doing is building up the crease with both of these colors. The first one is a flesh tone, and then the second one that I used is a mauve pink. Then I took Doe A Deer from Colourpop. This is a deep purple. Well, a deep purple. You can use black, but I think black is a little harsh. I really wanted this to look purple, so I used Doe A Deer since obviously, as you can see, the palette didn't have a dark purple. But anyway, still a great palette. Worked that into the outer V area. And then when I finished that up, I took this shimmery purple. I don't know what you would call this color, but it's a shimmery, it's almost kind of like a taupey purple. Really pretty. And the reason why I like to describe the colors is just in case you don't have this palette, it gives you something to work with in case you want to replicate it. Anyway, on top of that, I use this even more silver color, which really kind of added some nice pop to the lid. And then I took this fuchsia shimmery pink and I swiped that along my bottom lash line. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the look. Really adds a nice detail. I did add liner to my bottom lash line. Sorry, my waterline, but I did that off camera. In the meantime, I took my Colossal Big Shot mascara from Maybelline and I'm underpainting the lashes. And while the mascara and the lashes dry, I'm gonna be concealing with my NYX HD concealer, bomb.com. Love this concealer. Sometimes I forget how much I love it because I don't know, I just forget all about it. Then I took my Ager Crimson Contour Kit. This contour kit is brand new, but it's not my first time using it. I just wanted to buy a new one. Now this is, I'm pretty sure, like the darkest contour color that you'll probably find on the market right now. It is dark. So if you're gonna use it, make sure you use a really light hand, but look how beautifully it blends into my skin. I am seriously so obsessed. Yes, that is a thing. Yes, that is a thing, but girl, when I love it, okay? I love it. Then I'm gonna set everything under my eyes with the Cover FX powder. This just takes away a nice amount of the shine when you use a damp beauty blender. Actually, just kidding, that wasn't a beauty blender, that was my e.l.f. sponge. Gotcha. By the way, this makeup look is not gonna be for those of you guys who want to look natural. This is for the people that can do layers and layers of cake, okay? So when Auntie Brenda come up to you with her evaporated foundation after an hour and she was talking smack about your cake face, you can be like, you should have said it with translucent powder. Girl. Real quick though, let's get into this dark chocolatey setting powder that Cover FX launched. This is probably one of my favorite products that I've been using as of lately. It is a great all over face powder, no flashback. And I'm gonna set it one more again with this Iman powder. This is actually one of my favorites I've been using lately. Really good for oily skin. I like pressing it into my skin. Contour is actually kind of optional with this look because I feel like the AJ Crimson really sculpted me quite nicely. But again, just to kind of, you know, resculpt, that contour, I'm gonna take this Becca powder. Then using this ice powder highlight from Jouer, and this thing really plays mind tricks on you because it's duochrome, so it looks powder white. And it looks like it's not gonna flatter my skin tone, but it's actually really pretty. It reflects gold, so I felt it would be perfect for this look. And then of course, my holy grail, my Basha mattifying setting spray going in. You can actually skip lip liner for this look because I feel like the Beauty Bakery lipstick we're gonna be using later is good enough on its own, but I don't know. I was just using the liner as a cheat code, I guess you can say. For my lips, I used, totally forgot the name, but it's from Beauty Bakery. Probably one of my favorite dark, deep matte purples. This is such a pretty color when it's not on my teeth though. That pretty much completed the look until I forgot I wanted to add some of that white shimmery from the palette on my eyelid just to add a little bit more bang. And then of course my signature inner corner highlight. And look how pretty that lip looks now that it's dry, and that is it. Thanks guys for hanging out on today's video. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever you do celebrate or not celebrate, I hope that you have a lovely holiday, a lovely week. Thank you guys so much for making 2016 one of the best years for me, for the continued support. I hope that this year is just as beautiful and blessed for you as it was for me. And I cannot wait to see you guys in 2017. This isn't goodbye though. I got more uploads though, but you know, one can never say thank you too much. And speaking of uploads, here, do the thing, you know, click, click, boom. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next upload. Bye.